Hey, this is DD with another cryptocurrency and blockchain update. So I'm on the beach here, obviously, or is this just really a super sophisticated green screen effect? Yeah, that's what it is. It's amazing, it looks so real, huh? Now I've had a few commenters think I'm using a green screen, and one person sounded like he got all emotional. He's like, you know, if this guy's lying about being on the beach, how do you trust anything he says? I'm just, you know, comments like that I just kind of leave there because I let people's on, I'm going to be nice here, they're on lack of understanding shine through. Okay, that's as nice as I can be. All right, unless, you know, troll comments obviously I remove, and I get some spam too. If you see anybody leave a comment, they usually leave these long comments and it says, you know, so-and-so, Jason Brown, here's his WhatsApp number. He's made me 1 Bitcoin from just a 0.1 Bitcoin investment and all this stuff. Just ignore those. And I see these, I call them casual spammers, blatant spammers. I see in all forms. So, and I've got an admin too that takes care of that too. So no spam, please, but comments are always welcome. And a conversation is always welcome. So I try to read as much as I can. And I respond to some of them, obviously, so some of the comments. So I'm here on Koh Samui. This is really something special about this beach. When I came here for a brief visit, and early this year, I stayed just for a couple of weeks. Then I went back to Chiang Mai. Then I came back and stayed during the lockdown and went back to Chiang Mai again. I'm here again for a much longer term. That original video I said there's something always magic that happens when I come here. And this place is a magical place. I don't know how, I hope my face isn't dark here. This place is a magical place here. There's something to do with, I don't know, I want to sound all weird here, but the energy here is really incredible. First of all, there's no chemtrails. And some people are really surprised that there are no chemtrails here in Thailand. And it is pretty cool because I know in the US there's chemtrails all over the place. So, hey, how you doing? No, there's something amazing about this place too. So yesterday morning when I woke up, it was before dawn as always, but I looked out on my balcony and I took a photo of what looked like a pastel painting. And this photo was is not touched up, enhanced in any way. Totally 100% raw, natural. This place is magic, it really is. And of course not of course, but you may know about the cryptocurrency, or the Crazy for Cryptos party that's gonna happen here next year. I don't know the exact month, but it's gonna happen in 2021. And I got to thinking, you know, logistically, this is gonna be a challenge and a half. But you know, I don't know how I'm gonna make it work, but I'll make it work. I'll always make it work. So what I'm thinking about doing too is just making this an annual event here on Thailand. So there was, you probably heard of the Dollar Vigilante, Jeff Berwick. He has his Anarchapulco, I think in February, and in Mexico. And it's a big event, you know, paid event and all that. I think it's like a 2 or 3 day event. And he does it every year. And it's, you know, it's a paid event, and I'm sure people get a lot of value from it. I know people that's been there. It's one heck of a party is what I understand, but and I know there's value there too. There's some good speakers that go there. I know Bix Weir, you probably heard of him. He's one of the speakers, among others. There's a bunch of other speakers there too. So this event here is not going to be anything like that. It could evolve to that, but this is just going to be a celebration. This is going to be a party. So any Patreon member at any level, silver and up, gets to come for free, gets to come and hang out. And just think of the minds you'll be talking with. Think of the networking. Think of the ideas and anything else that will happen during this whole event. You know, it's probably just going to be a 1-day party, but if you're going to come to Thailand, especially from, let's say, the US or Canada or South America, you know, that's a long trip. And you obviously want to stay for 2, 3, 4 weeks, at least 2 weeks, minimum 2 weeks. You want to stay because it's such a long trip. But, you know, by that time, cryptos should be gone up so much by late this year, or at least early next year, that, you know, just book a first class or business class ticket, make it a lot more comfortable. It's totally worth it because you're sleeping in you're sleeping in a bed, and, you know, you get served very well. You get wine and food, fantastic meals. You know how it is. But so just plan on that. I'm looking for the location where this is going to be. I have a couple of places in mind. I have to talk with with the owner or manager and see how this is going to work and if they're going to allow this. Obviously, they're probably going to allow that, but they'd be silly not to, because I expect a lot of people is going to be here. So this island is called Koh Samui, as I've said before, and really is an amazing place. I did some videos before about the Digital Dave's Man Cave, and that part of the beach is just phenomenal. And I had a friend said that he said he's watching my video. He says you're a different person when you're at that beach, and I think anybody would be, because the feeling you get there is just like you can't really describe it. It's pretty amazing. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to get all weird sounding, which I do sometimes. But there's something really amazing about this place. This island is just incredible, though. It really is. I mean, with all these rocks or the green screen, it looks like there's a rock behind me. And okay, what do I talk about? Oh yeah. So I had a client the other day ask me, says, what would you tell your younger self? What advice would you give to your younger self? And that's a good question. And I'll tell you something that I've always not done. I've never ever bought a new car. I've never bought a brand new car. I've always bought a used vehicle. And as you probably know, when you buy a new car, the value just drops immediately. You're think about this. When you buy an used car too, but let's just talk about new cars. So when you buy a new car, you're financing, number one, you're going into debt to buy a depreciable asset. It's not even an asset, it's a liability. You're financing a liability. There's a double whammy right there. So my advice is, and I've always done this, is just pay cash for a used car. Find a used car that's 2 years old. Pay cash for it. Boom, you're golden. And another thing is just watch out for these little tiny leaks. Little tiny leaks that keep people poor, and these are like the Starbucks coffees, the daily Starbucks coffees, or the daily trips to the pub, hanging out with your friends. This is okay on occasion, but these $5, $10, $20 tabs that pop up every day, that'll keep you poor. And think about if you were to use that money and put it into cryptocurrencies. Imagine let's be conservative. Let's say you just put in $5 extra a day and cut out a habit, and maybe just keep the Starbucks habit. I'm just using Starbucks as an example, but there might be another leak that you're guilty of that you could maybe reduce. Maybe make it 2 times a week as opposed to 7 times a week. But just think of $5 saved per day from Starbucks, for example, and times 30, that's $150. Imagine putting $150 into Digibyte or Chainlink, and watch how that grows in a year or a couple of years. So this is how you flip the script. You flip the script. So golly, I don't know how my lighting is here. Let me sit down here. All right. Anyways, I hope I come out okay. This is how you flip the script from being broke or impoverished to being wealthy. So you just you cut down on your expenses. Don't buy a new car. Don't buy a new motorcycle. Buy used. Buy secondhand. That's the way to go. Don't indulge in these little impulse buys. And I'm guilty of some impulse buys. When I moved from Chiang Mai a week ago to this island, and I've been pretty minimalistic, but I'm still, as I'm packing, I didn't realize how much stuff I had. Now this is accumulation from a long time. This is accumulation of things over 7 years. But I still was getting a little bit irritated with myself that I had so much stuff to box up and send here. And I'll be honest with you. So I had 5 sizable boxes, actually 4 sizable boxes, 1 small box. I won't count the small box. I sent myself some raw jungle honey, which is a superfood, and unfortunately 2 out of 3 bottles broke on the way over here, and I wrapped them crazy with bubble wrap. They still broke, unfortunately. So I'm into superfoods. That's another talk and another video. But the 5 boxes, so they're in transit over here. It took a few days to get there. They arrived like 2 days after I got here. Now I'll be honest with you, I was kind of hoping that those boxes didn't come. because I knew when they got here, that's just more stuff that I've got to unpack and store again. And I was like, I was thinking, if these boxes never made it here, I'm okay, because all I need is a computer, or my computers, my video equipment, my my hardware devices, my method in storing my seed phrases, which is a trade secret. I can't tell you everything, unless you're a one-on-one client. Obviously, I'll divulge. I don't hold back anything on my one-to-one clients. Nothing. I tell them everything. Some things obviously have to keep proprietary. So I was just I hope they don't make it. And of course they made it, minus the honey. Everything in that, just about everything in those boxes I could have done without. All you need is, you don't even, I'll tell you something too, you don't even need a gym membership. You don't need exercise gear. All you need is maybe some shoes and a jump rope. I like to jump rope. Okay, so I did some Muay Thai training, and I was quite good on the jump rope. Anyways, but as far as exercise, as far as muscle building, you don't need a gym membership. And I'm telling you, this is a secret of secrets for exercising. And I don't want to get off on that rabbit trail too much, but or is it a rabbit trail or a rabbit hole? I guess it's kind of a both. You go down a rabbit trail to find a rabbit hole, but all you need is your body weight. You don't need dumbbells and barbells and Smith machines and all that. I did all that before. I've been into bodybuilding when I was very young. I was about 13 or 14 years old when I got into bodybuilding, and I got into nutrition because of all the books I read about building muscle. Is you had to have a good diet, and you had to take supplements, and that's how I got into nutrition. At a very young age, I was taking wheatgrass at 13 years old, wheatgrass tablets, 13, 14 years old. This is before anybody knew what the hell wheatgrass was. People said, well, my parents right away were like, oh, great, we have a weirdo here. And they're right. They got a weirdo, all right. But I think they're okay. I think they're happy. But yeah, so all you need is your own body weight, and I do these push-ups and squats that look really, really strange. They're called Hindu exercises, and it's almost like yoga, but it's different. But you can build muscle so quickly. And now I'm only doing it like 2 times a week. So I work out, I exercise. I'm probably a little bit out of shape now, but I exercise maybe 2 hours of strength exercise, about 2 hours a month, not a week, 2 hours a month of strength training. You don't need to spend hours per gym session. Anyways, if you own a gym, and if you're a personal trainer, don't hate me too much. I'm just reporting the truth. There's so much out there. Superfoods, yeah, okay, I'll talk about it a little bit too. So yeah, raw honey is really good. You can buy raw honey just about anywhere, unpasteurized. But some of the honey that you can get here in Thailand is from the jungle. There's all kinds of crazy, weird herbs and flowers and all kinds of stuff that's created with that. Pretty magical stuff. I have to get some more. I got 1 bottle made it, 2 died on the way over. But there's other things too. There's green drinks and that I do. I've been doing green drinks forever. Green powder you mix with water. Anyways, there's a lot of stuff. I could talk nutrition for a long time too. But all right. So by the way, speaking of gym, you could cancel your gym memberships. Google Hindu exercises, Hindu squats, Hindu push-ups, back bridges. There's a lot of things you can do. You can save a lot of money on that too. And maybe get rid of your Netflix membership. I know these memberships start to add up a little bit. Now I don't want you to be impoverished and not be totally unentertained. Okay, so, sure, Netflix is great if you want to come home and unwind, but just think about these little leaks that can keep you poor. You can use some of this to put into cryptocurrency. So this was okay, this wasn't too much of a crypto update, but this is more of a DD philosophical update. So, all right, that's all I got. Hey, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share it with your friends, your family, and any of the other weirdos out there that might enjoy this. So, all right, appreciate you also subscribing to this channel. Hit that bell for notifications. If you haven't done all that, please do that. I appreciate it. This is DD. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.